TIFU by almost ruining someone's wedding. I'm really bad at cutting to the chase and adding extraneous details. So I'll make sure to add a TLDR at the end. My cousin, basically sister, has 3 kids. The youngest just turned 4. When I asked what to get her, I got a very sad story about a sparkly flamingo at a gas station. Lots of disappointment involved. I was able to find it online, and was very excited to be able to reunite her with the beloved flamingo that got away. This was a surprise party at a park on a lake. But at the last minute I got an update that the party was moved to the pavilion on the hill above the beach rather than the beach itself. It was really cold that day, so that made sense. I was having trouble with the battery in the key fob on my car, so I was running late and kind of frazzled. Now, I love getting toys for both my son and my nieces and nephews, and I always come up with a fun way to give them. I had a 30-minute drive to the party to come up with an idea on how to give the flamingo. I decided I'd find a video with flamingo sounds on YouTube and blast it on my sound system and be like, "Oh my God, is that a flamingo?" and make a big deal of searching for the flamingo in my car with the kids. So, I pulled up, shut off my car, hid the flamingo, then went to turn my car back on, and it wouldn't start. Crap. Key fob was officially dead. I thought maybe I could use my cousin's car though. So I went to find her in the group under the pavilion, and I'm seeing lots of unfamiliar faces. Everyone also seemed strangely overdressed for a 4YO's birthday party. The wedding was just starting. Guys, I misread the update. Turns out the pavilion got double booked, and my cousin was like, "Okay, the wedding obviously gets priority over a small birthday party for a 4YO. She moved the party to her house, which was also on the lake, so I didn't have too far to walk. Imagine if my car would have started though. I only turned it off because I was kind of frazzled and wasn't thinking. I mean, they already seemed very unimpressed by just me showing up by mistake and the little disruption that caused. I fully intended on blasting a flamingo call and dramatically announcing that I think there's a flamingo somewhere in my car as an entrance. Can you imagine a complete stranger interrupting your wedding like that? Thank God. TLDR. I almost interrupted a wedding with flamingo noises because I thought it was my niece's birthday party. My wife and I had a tropical-themed wedding and reception, including plastic flamingos on the tables, and requested that our guests wear Hawaiian shirts to the reception. Someone loudly making flamingo noises with their car stereo would have been a bonus. This brings back a memory. Back in my youth, I worked as a server for a caterer who frequently did weddings. It was a good job in high school. Schedule the 1 or 2 events a week you wanted to work, and get some decent spending money without necessarily having a regular commitment. As I was driving to a winery that I hadn't been to before, I looked down to find it on my map. Pre-cell phone era. Unfortunately, my map reading distracted me enough that I didn't see that I was coming up on a red light. I ended up rear-ending a Pontiac Grand Prix and totaling my Toyota Corolla hatchback. Thankfully the Pontiac had only bumper damage and was able to drive away. The driver of the hatchback was pissed though, and called the cops to get an accident report. I admitted guilt, passed on the insurance information, and tried to make nice. The cop ended up feeling bad for me because the lady driving the Pontiac was really angry. After my car was towed away, he asked if I needed a ride somewhere. I figured I might as well try to go to work, so I could make some money and figure out how to get home. I said sure. Most wineries have a parking lot out front, and then the wedding would be held in a venue in the back. I figured he could drop me off no problem. Unfortunately, the cop car was loaded with paperwork up front, so the only place to ride was in the back. Needless to say, We rolled up to the winery mid-wedding, with the whole ceremony happening right in front. Cue to the record scratch as everyone stopped what they were doing as the black and white pulled up. I don't know if you have ever been in a cop car, but the back doors don't open from the inside. The cop had to park, get out, and let me out of the back. All night long, every table I served, or hors d'oeuvre I passed, I would get asked if I was on a work release program. Did I just get out of jail? Were the cops coming back for me? It was terrible. I felt for the wedding party, but they seemed to think it was hilarious. I'm holding in the giggles so dang hard on my hard appointment chair. Honestly, had I been the bride, I would have felt bewildered at first, but then might have collapsed to the floor laughing. I'm imagining you popping up like the Kool-Aid Man to a flamingo chorus. And it's slaying me. GIF. You know what they say, birds of a feather flock together. Cheeky smiley face. I'm sorry, this is just too good, haha. You had the best intentions. This is not an actual fuck up.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Ericast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.